Hello and welcome to this video series. We're checking out submissions to the Dungeoncrawler Gamejam of 2023. This time we will have a look at Sanctuary's Grasp by Kevin Hutchins. And before we jump into the game, we will have a look at the description here on itch.io. Starting with a warning that the web version is visually degraded, but I already downloaded the version. This is just so that we have the music in the background. So we will play the client version. 1,000 years ago, dwarvenkind was suffering. Beset on all sides, they lived a subsistence lifestyle of far below the surface. To protect them, the goddess of safety and comfort, Thrumalda, closed off the dwarven lands of Fjellheim from the outside world and warded all of the exits. Since then, the dwarven people have thrived. Majestic cities built in colossal caves, lit by bioluminescent fungi, are a sight to see. However, not everyone is happy. You are an acolyte of the Helvana, the goddess of exploration and freedom. She has tasked you with undoing Thrumalda's wards and opening a path to the outside world. What follows is up to you. About Sanctuary's Grasp is a weird little dungeon crawler made by one person in a week for Dungeoncrawler Jam 2023. Balance is off, its content light, and it could use any playtesting. But that's game jams for you. It should take you around 15 minutes to complete. I approached the theme of duality by having two goddesses with conflicting purposes. Prioritizing safety versus prioritizing adventure. And having the player have to come down one side or the other. Okay, we'll need to see how that is implemented. Playing the tutorial is highly recommended as the battle system might be confusing otherwise. Oh, that sounds great actually. So it's not just clicking on enemies until they're dead. Visually, Sanctuary's Grasp was inspired by a mix of wizardry, Dimgoyle for the game world, and UI for those charmingly ugly gridders from the 90s. Hey, they are not ugly. Well, maybe like the last areas of Stonekeeper or something. I'm not familiar with Dimgwil. Controls. Controls are rebindable in the game. Nice. The entire game can also be controlled entirely using the mouse. Alright. W space. Okay. I will probably just put that side on the other screen when I'm playing. The game should theoretically support all modern controllers, although only tested with an Xbox One. I don't own a controller for a PC, so that's not an issue. Hint book. Answers to the hints are hidden to avoid spoilers. Highlight the text. Okay. We will hopefully do without these. There's a closed door at the end of Slug Zone. I'm having trouble beating Isaac. I'm trouble beating the Paladin. Okay, hopefully we will do without the spoilers. And yeah, so this is the Jam version. I already downloaded it. By the time you're watching this video, because I don't know when, like which video I will publish when, there might already be updated versions, so make sure to download the most up-to-date version if you are interested in playing Sanctuary's Grasp. And we will now have a look into the game. And here we are in the game. So we have an options menu here, and I already tried to fiddle around with audio, but it doesn't seem to do anything. Alright, maybe it only affects in-game sounds. Field of view, oh, that's interesting. Okay, we can adjust that. Full screen, quality, ultra. Of course, ultra. Okay. Controls, we keep them like it is for now. I made, they actually, WQC space, no, it's the same as on the page, alright. Yeah, I will keep them as they are and we might change them later on, but I mean, these are usually not an issue. And gameplay. Difficulty. Easy, normal. Okay. We can't set it too hard, so we have to play on normal. Add Bob. Okay. Auto resolve. Okay. We can disable that and see Well, let's enable that for now, because that's how it's intended to be played, I guess. And then we will check what it's actually doing. So, new game, play tutorial. Okay. It looks very nice. To also have a proper interface here. Oh, that's the menu, so we can awake at fountain. Wait. Okay. Pass a turn without moving, so it's turn-based, I guess. Inventory, that is a backpack, no disc. Okay. Ah, nice. Okay, so we have 3 items, which are also equipped. Yeah, the scaling of some of the textures looks a bit washed out and odd. Like this button here is stretched, for example, but... And I think the tile we are standing on, I don't know if that's like intended from the style, but to me this looks weird. Alright, let's have a look. What's that? We can interact with, what was it? F? No, this is continue. There is no button for interaction. We just bump into it. Welcome to the training temple of the Order of Tromalla. All are welcome to our temple to learn and grow. The goddess Tromalla has done her best to protect us from outside threats, but preparation is important. Move into creatures to initiate combat with them. Be aware, some enemies will move and initiate combat of their own accord. The first to act will depend on how you engage with the battle. If you move towards an enemy to initiate the battle, you will move first, otherwise they will. Blessings of Tromalla upon you! Alright. Bump. Those who rest at the fountain of Tromalla cannot die in her domain. What is true for you is true for all others. Resting will bring back all lost souls. Blessings of Tromalla upon you. Alright. We need to rest. You rest your eyes at the base of the fountain. Your progress has been saved. Acolyte of Tromalla. Ah, an acolyte of Helvana. Fret not, friends. All are welcome in Tromalla's hollowed halls. Now, how about a friendly spar to sharpen our skills? Asger. Sword, dagger, shield. Deals 14 damage. 10 ticks after being chosen. While cute, defense against 6 damage per attack. Okay. Resolve unfought. Okay, so we are selecting a type of attack. We don't know yet what the enemy is choosing. So let's just use the sword. Inventory is, I think. Okay, so we can move around stuff from the backpack. By the way, there's nothing here. Alright, so let's choose the sword. Battle! Sanctuary's Grasp uses a turn-based battle system with an emphasis on attack lengths and timings. Moves have 3 components: attack, defense, and delay. Attack is the base damage done by a move once it is executed. Defense is how much damage the move will protect against while it is readied. Delay is how long move will stay readied before it is executed. When it's your turn, you can select your move from the list on the right hand side. It's also nice to have this music switching around, so the combat music, and the tracks are so far all quite nice. The Acolyte will use an 8-6 attack defense del move. delay move, okay. Where can we see that? Ah, there. Okay. I need to reduce the volume though. By using your high defense sword move, you can whittle them down while taking less damage yourself. Yeah. So as far as I understand, this will block 6 of the 8 damage, and we will still take 2 damage. And after 10, let's call that time units, the enemy will receive 14 damage. Very nice visualization. It did not do what I expected. It's using the dagger again. Ah no, this is okay. We did get 2 damage, and we did 12 damage, which is 14 minus 2. Okay, so yeah, that works as I suspected. Yeah, that's a great combat system. I think I need to move around here 1 second. Alright. Yeah, great visualization of the combat. Also, the tutorial in itself was nice already. Dagger, I mean, so far, and wait for... Oop. So now, for example, we can see that the enemy is in 6 time units. It will act. So what we could do now is to switch over to the dagger instead, and that way we will do our 8 damage minus the 2, which is 6 damage, and kill the enemy before it can do another attack. But yeah, and so this is great. So we already see some tactical approach to the combat. The combat is absolutely fantastic compared to most of the stuff in the jam. I mean, it always depends on like the circumstances, on how important the combat is as well. I mean, if the story is great, then I'd say okay, if the story is great, then maybe it's okay to get away with like clicking away the enemies, but I like that yeah, there's some tactical approach in the combat here. Makes the combat much more interesting and the game much more rewarding. The acolyte rushes to attack you. Okay. Well, at some point we will die though. Okay. The first player to act will depend on who initiates the battle. The first player's attack will execute before the others in the event of a tie. The second player will be able to see the first player's move during the initial pick. The first player to act has a token next to their name. In this case, you can see that the acolyte will use a sword when choosing your action. In this fight, the enemy uses a move with a high attack, but a long delay. You can switch between dealing damage with a high damage attack and readying a shield when the attack will execute. You can use the timeline on the left to visualize when attacks will take effect. The number next to the blue bar indicates how much damage you will be protected against of the enemy's attack before your next move. Yeah. So, is there any way we can kill the enemy before the attack goes through? I don't think so. So, we will use the sword now. the attack will go through before we get hit. So now we can, in 6 time units, enemy will act. So we will use the shield to block 16 of the damage of the 24. Now it's down to 12. There's 8 defense. So if we use the sword, we will only do... there's 6, so we will only do 8 damage, which will not kill the enemy. With the dagger, however, we hardly get through the the defense, so we need to use the sword. And yeah, we can use the shield again. We still get a lot of damage. Alright, now let's use the sword and then the enemy is dead. Alright, now we should rest. You rest your eyes at the base of the fountain. Your progress has been saved. Oh, but this also respawns the enemies. Ah, okay. Seems like you got past my companion there. A good chance to test my skills, eh? Mm-hmm. He's got a fireball. Okay. Fireball takes a very long time. Moves can have modifiers, what? P. The Pierce modifier signifies that the attack will ignore defense. Whoa. Moves with Pierce tend to have long delays and little defense, so a good strategy is to get as much damage in as possible. Yeah, unfortunately that will not make any difference. What we can do, because there's 0, we can use the dagger 2 times instead of the sword 1 time. Maybe we can also use the sword now. This is in 10 time units. Yeah, okay. Alright, nice, nice. The door is shy. It only opens if you're the only one remaining in the room. Oh, okay. Blessings of Thrumala upon you. Oh, so we have to kill them again. Better. I am not quite sure if that's intended. Okay. We need to... yeah, use the sword. Then the shield. Then the sword again. No, the sword will... yeah. Sword again. And the shield again. And the sword again. You can only bring 4 items with you into battle. Change your equipment items by opening your backpack. You will also get a chance to choose your items right before a battle. One of these items will help you on your journey. Blessings of Thrumalda upon you. I also like this. It really like builds the atmosphere with these greetings or whatever there, like if they are indoctrinated a bit. You picked up the will of Thrumalda, who left this in here. You picked up the stick. Hooray! Oh. Maybe we should take a rest. You rest your eyes at the base of the fountain. Your progress has been saved. Alright. We can go into the inventory and take the stick. Deals 1 damage, 3 ticks after being chosen, while Q defends against 1 damage per attack. That sounds quite stupid. So it's basically a 3rd DPS, right? That makes no sense. Her will. It's... Whoa, that's quite strong. Deals 30 damage, 10 ticks after being chosen, while Q defends against 30 damage per attack. I guess that this is just a weapon which will be taken away after the tutorial then. Just so that we learn that we need to fight this enemy with this weapon. It takes 10. Yeah, let's use that. Yeah, okay. When you fight an enemy, the amount of HP you lost gets recorded. Any future battles with that foe can be automatically fought with that HP loss using Resolve. Oh, like items, any new thresholds set since you last rested will be lost on death. Any battles that you beat with no damage will automatically be resolved. Blessings. That's an interesting system. Okay. So it's even the enemy type. It's not just the enemy, like on the map, which is respawned. That's interesting. Very interesting concept. I haven't seen that in the game. You're not the only mobile one in the dungeon, so watch out. All movements occur simultaneously, so you can slip past obstacles if you are careful. If you're trying to pass a moving obstacle, you should move to where it is, not where it will be. Blessings of Thrumalda upon you. So we wait, and now we move towards, and yeah. Hello, wizard, priest of Thrumalda. Well there, fellow, it seems like you've made it through this little training dungeon. Thrumalda's always looking for new members, you know? No? Well, it never hurts to ask. Blessings of Thrumalda upon you. Nice. Alright. Cool. So, let's start a new game. So, with the gameplay, this auto-resolve is then that these battles are fought automatically, which we already solved, so that's cool to have. By the way, let's have a look at the credits. I didn't check that before. Kevin Hutchins for Dungeoncrawler Gamejam 2023. 3 assets used. Bo Buckley, Boss 2. Of course, we will start a game in just a minute. I just didn't see that before. Healing spells. Kevin Hutchins. Paid assets used. Okay. RPG Monster Pack. Alright. And nothing showing up after that. Nope. Let's start a new game. Play game. Are you sure? Save progress will be lost. Yes. Yes. Can be changed in the menu, but we will take normal. 1,000 years ago, the dwarven people were struggling. We lived a life of subsistence as we were beset on all sides. Then the goddess of safety and comfort, Thrumalda, warded all entrances and exits to our caves, granting us bountiful land of our own. Sanctuaries were built on all these warded exits. Since then, we have thrived. We've built glorious underground cities and expansive caverns, creating architecture that dazzles those on the outskirts of our domain. Not all are happy. Helvania, the goddess of exploration and freedom, chafes at the restrictions put upon her people. She tells her followers of a land of wonder on the outside awaiting those so willing to find it. You, Asgar, are one of the acolytes of Helvana. As the goddess wills, you are called to open one of the Thrumalda's sanctuaries. If you achieve this, you will become a paladin of the goddess of Helvana's faith. But as safety requires protection, you will not find Thrumalda unready. Her sanctuary is filled with traps and foes, sheltering those within her domain. Alright. If you find yourself having trouble with life's challenges, sometimes it's best to look for help. Also, remember to rest at the fountain to save your progress. This is just a flower, yeah. You picked up the buckler. Buckle up! This slim new model is faster and a little weaker than your old busted shield. Brrr. There was some crackling. Overdrive. Okay, well. You can just take the... Oh, what's that? Slimy slime. Maybe we should just have a look. Oh, this is closed down. Okay. Some bats. We have more hit points now. Okay, battle. So for the first, we don't have any idea what the enemy is doing. So we can just use the dagger to see what happens. Yeah, that was a great choice. So now we can see that the bat is doing 16 damage. And we can block all of that by using the buckler here. Unfortunately, it's doing another 16 damage. So... I guess we are not getting anywhere. I think the bat will do the attack. No, will not do the attack first. So now the bat will do the attack first. We will block it. Now we will do our attack first. So we have a free attack basically. And we can use the dagger, which will get some damage through. And then we use the buckler again to avoid all damage. With that, we can use the dagger again. It seems like we are doing the damage first, if that's a draw. And now we use this one again to block the attack. And block. And block. This would maybe be something which would be interesting or good to visualize. In this case, for example, to see who is doing the attack first. I think you can see that with this blue bar, which is slightly higher on our side. But I think this could have been visualized just a little bit better. Alright. I guess this type of min-maxing this combat isn't even necessary, but... And dagger. One more round. And that. Alright. Yeah, but now we will be able to kill them all with no losses. Yeah, that's a great system. You rest your eyes at the base of the fountain. Your progress has been saved. So it's really rewarding to do a fight without taking any damage. If you find yourself having trouble with life's challenges, sometimes it's best to look for help. Also remember to rest at fountain to save your I think I just went in a circle. Yes. Okay. I didn't quite get it regarding the items. Like, will they get back if we change the items? Let's do this one. You've trained, but so have I. I won't let you unleash the devastation of the outside world upon us. Oh. Okay. Yeah, let's use the dagger first, so we can react to the attacks here. Buckler should be enough. Maybe we could have used the sword is blocking 10 damage. Oh, I didn't see that. Okay. We can use the dagger 2 times and do 1 point more damage. No, because actually no, it's 0, so it's better, yeah. Now we need to block as much as possible with the shield. Alright. But that's a close one. Well, this is not even a close one. We will die. Yeah. We probably need to do some other stuff here first. Shields. Now we will... Yeah, that was piercing. We can also just retry battle. So piercing goes through everything, so that was pointless. So what we need to do is to do as much damage as possible and ignoring everything basically. So in this case it's not piercing, it's just using the dagger. So we use the buckler to... I should have used the sword instead. Okay, anyways, dagger. Dagger. We can't do anything against that anyways, so dagger. Sawtooth. If this move deals damage, the victim takes 5 damage the next 3 times they act. Okay. So we should block that. We can do that with the buckler. It seems to be kind of random what the enemy chooses in terms of the next attack. Okay. So will the enemy reappear if we sleep or if we rest now? Yeah, okay. So we can auto-resolve. Let me try this like one more time and in a better way. We use the sword. Okay. Now we use the sword again. The fireball, we can't do anything to prevent that damage. So let's use the sword again. And dagger. I'm not sure if this was better or I didn't check. Okay, anyways. There was some other stuff we could do, so maybe this will also improve our how well we do the fight. Oh, there's some stones rolling around. I didn't want to save. I bumped into that and then turned around automatically. Okay. There seems to be an enemy.
I think turning around also takes a turn. Got a slug. Okay, battle. Dagger. Ouch. Ouch. Okay, that was not optimal. But yeah, they are super quick, so let's use the dagger again. Wow. It hurts! Sword! Battle. So the sword will just kill them all without... Ah no, went through. Okay, and the next one. And the next one. But now we will die. Yeah, let's use the buckler. Okay, that didn't work. Now we can use the dagger. No, we can't. Okay, wake at fountain. I think that's we need to redo. Yeah. Battle. So we just use the sword. It's piercing, so we will not be able to avoid any of the damage. But I think now we can just kill all of them with just 10 damage. Yeah, the randomness I think is a bit problematic in this system. Because we might just try to get more lucky. But we are also down to almost nothing now. We see the enemies roaming around on the map. So yeah, we need to avoid enemies. Okay. The paths of pacifism and adventure both are challenging in their own way, and sometimes it's best to explore both avenues. If you find you aren't getting anywhere, you might be trying too hard to appease both sides. Interesting. But now we can't go either road. So yeah, maybe we either need to kill them all, or maybe we need to avoid them all. Yeah, resolve. I mean, we will die now. Yeah. Okay, let's try and avoid them all. This is the where we were coming from. Or I think we had one more area. No, this is where we are coming from as well. So these are done. We can do this. Maybe we get something useful. Okay, that was not working. Yeah, turning is also using a turn. Alright. You picked up the Wand of Fireball. Burn, baby, burn. Just don't turn around. Alright. Okay, so we have a fireball now. Maybe we will do better against these slugs. So, fire... Oh, this is doing a lot of damage, but this will probably not help a lot against... Yeah. So... First, let's save here. And then... we will just try and avoid all enemies here. I know this is just going back and forth that way. Nothing is moving there. Okay. And we are past. Yeah, and now this left option is open. You picked up the Vitality Ring. Quite the boost. Ah, okay, so but we need to equip that one as well. That's a tough choice. So let's unequip that shield and take the Vitality Ring. Now let's get out safe and then we will try to kill them again. Wrong direction. Okay. But I don't think that even that is enough to kill them all. Yeah, I mean, we will need to use the sword. We are blocking these attacks. No, because they are piercing. So we will lose 10 hit points for every fight. And there's basically no way around that. Maybe when we are more lucky, we can maybe block an attack. I'm not sure. But these are too many to lose one. This is a normal attack, so this would be fine. But we will still get this, and this is kind of unavoidable. I mean, we might have a chance that the enemy is doing this other attack 2 times in a row. But this would then be just luck. Sharp Fang, Nosh, and Nibble. Yeah, we don't know what they are doing in the firsts. And we would need to use the sword 2 times, basically. Yeah. Ah, okay, so we killed enough apparently. We don't need to kill everyone. You picked up the Sawtooth Blades. Nice. Sawtooth, 15, 8, 12, and I think that's bleeds, right? Takes 12. It's also an interesting choice. So that might be good for enemies which have a lot of hit points. But for normal fights against these enemies probably makes no sense. Now we still need to make it out alive. And here we are. All right. Yeah, we can just do that again. I don't think that... Well, we could use the fireball in this case to get a better result. I don't think we need the vitality ring. Let's take the fireball. The sawtooth. Yeah, let's take this. Battle. So we start with the sawtooth to get the dot on the enemy already. Now it's at 53. Now we use the fireball. Yeah, that didn't work too well. And now we use the dagger. You have fallen! Yeah, we can just resolve that. Yeah, okay. Let's exchange the sawtooth for the whatever that was. The yeah, sawtooth for the vitality ring. Beware of Isaac. Who's Isaac? You rest your eyes at the base of the fountain. Your progress has been saved. This is closed. Ah! Yeah. So there are some... Oh. That sounds like Isaac. Oh, something is following us. Get out of my cave! He's got a bash and bludgeon, but nothing which is super critical. We can block both with a buckler. We should probably take the sawtooth thing here. Fireball is not necessary. And the bash can be blocked with the sword, but this can also be blocked by this. Alright. Better. Attack in 20. So let's use this first. Ah no, I didn't see. Okay, it's also blocking by 15. Okay, that was pointless. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we will die. Okay, sawtooth. Sawtooth. I mean, doesn't matter. We need to die now. We don't get through the 15. So yeah, we learned that retry. 15 defense is a bit problematic. We will need the fireball for that. Let's use this and remove this and use the fireball. Alright. Battle. This is happening at the same time, so we can use that. We might even want to change to the other shield. Oh, this did not happen at the same time. So we can see here that they have the first move now. Or it, or whatever. Yeah, so we are dead again. Yeah. Retry. Let's fiddle around. Inventory. We are removing the sawtooth. No, the sawtooth? Well, the dagger is also pointless here. Let's take this and the shield. Battle. So they have the first attack. We can only block that. This is the only thing we can do. Unfortunately, we cannot do anything at the start then, basically. Yeah. Alright, now we need to use the fireball is taking too long. Yeah, no chance. We need to block that again. I need to attack the enemy, otherwise I can't do it. Okay. Is it following me or is it running and on? Oh, it's following me. Now it's running away. Now I will follow it. Get out of my cave. Yeah, now we have the first attack. Fireball. And that means we get our first attack through. Enemy's turn. Ah, but it's I still need to switch back to the other weapon, I guess. Because otherwise I will just die now. Retry battle. Inventory. So we need the shield. Fireball. So now we use the shield. Fireball. In that case, I will need to take all the damage. But yeah, I will not be able to beat the enemy here. Still too much. And of course, the next one will kill us. So, Wicked Fountain. We can try to run past, but maybe we should just fight the other enemies first and see what we can get here. Thrust cannot be blocked. So this is, yeah, just go through. Entangle delays opponent's move by 5 ticks. Interesting. Okay. Let's start with the fireball. That's interesting. So we will never have a move because we always get delayed. Okay, retry. So the fireball is probably pretty useless. The vitality ring is probably also useless for most fights because it's just limiting our options. Sword and Sawtooth are great. Better. Yeah, it depends on what the enemy is doing first. It's doing a lot of moves. Can use this to block. The next one is piercing though. So no matter what we do, it will not be enough. Let's take the dagger. Entangle is 14, so we can block that. And now we kill it with the dagger. But this wasn't great, of course. Maybe we need to choose the right 2 enemies. Strike and parry. I mean, there's only this strike basically with 20. So as long as we know how to block that, we should be fine. Let's switch that to the shield. Better. Let's use the dagger first. Yeah, I mean, I didn't know what the enemy is going to do, so we need to go past the we can also just use this. This will also work. Yeah. And now we need to use the shield to avoid the damage. Now it's going to parry, so whatever we do is useless. So we can use the dagger. And this is in 18, so we can use either the sawtooth or the sword or the dagger. Still has bleed on it anyways. Let's use the sword. Okay, now we need to... this is not useful. The dagger. Now the shield. The 5 is because of the bleed. It's parrying. Sword is good enough. Yeah, I mean, that will go through, so... Yeah, enemy is dead. You picked up the Regis. It gives you time to reflect on things. All damage blocked by this is reflected to the attacker. That sounds a bit too strong. 0 damage, 12 ticks after being chosen more cute against an... Okay. So that's basically, we don't need the buckler anymore. Well, the buckler is quicker. Okay, let's take the Regis. And I guess we are supposed to use that against this other enemy here. But we would still need to find the right combination. Ah! Okay. Regis. Sawtooth. Yeah, this just goes through now and we do nothing. Yeah, this is just a lot of damage. Yeah, we need the fireball in order to just do some damage. We will die now again. Retry. So the Sawtooth is useless in pretty much all locations, the dagger as well, unless we want to just pass time. Let's start with the fireball. And yes, we do first. Now we need to use the Regis. Sword. Regis. Yeah, but we will not be able to do enough damage. I mean, it's close, but it's not enough. Yeah. I don't think that we can get it any better. I mean, it might be down to luck because of the bash. And instead of the sword, we could use the Sawtooth, but the problem is that in half the cases the Sawtooth will not do anything. Let's just try it again and see if maybe we are more lucky this time. Yeah, we can't do anything in this instance. I might as well... Oh no, we need to use that. Yeah, basically the same thing as before. Fireball! We will die. I will try it one more time, but I think this will not work. Fireball. Seems to be the same all the time. I mean, we could... use the fireball right away. Yeah. But now I will die with this attack already. Yeah. Egregious, yes. I don't think I've got any option here besides of the sword. Here I need to use the Aegis. And now I am dead already. For some damage, and now we get the big one. And we die. Yeah, I'm not sure if there's any option against that. Maybe we just need to avoid the enemy here. No dead ends. So okay, there is the dead end. Okay. Yeah, this is not going to work. And we also don't have the fireball equipped at the moment. Yeah, 40 damage is just a little bit too much. Okay. But we learned that we need to go further to the south. Is this here? Ah, no, it's one more tile away. Awake at Fountain, yes. So we need to go over there. And oh no. Well, we are here now. You picked up the spear. Poke him from a distance. I mean, we could evade the enemy again, but let's try and test out our spear. There, 26 to 10. Oh, okay. So it's no protection at all, but it gets through the armor very well. Probably better than the fireball. Let's try that. Better than the sword. Yeah, let's try the spear. Nice. So that's just 20 and we can reflect most of that. And again. So this is now 15 and we can do a lot of damage back. Yes. Unfortunately now... Okay, the dagger was pointless. Let's use the Aegis. Yes. Spear. Aegis. Not quite. Okay, retry battle. So the dagger was pointless. Let's take the fireball. I think the fireball as first action is the thing to do. Now use the Aegis. Yes. Now we use the spear. Aegis again. But yeah, we are still running into the issue of not doing enough damage there. And there I'm basically one attack short. I don't see how we can win that. Maybe there is some way. Okay, let's flee from this encounter. Alright, save here again. I don't see any other option. You worshippers of Helvana, it's always about you with no regard for anyone else. Our unity makes us stronger. Zap, lightning, regen, drain. Okay. I don't think the fireball is useful because there is nothing with armor. We might even want to use the dagger just to poke in between. There's a lot 2 armor piercing where we can't do anything anyways. And this is healing. We might be able to just block that, but let's try it like this. And start with a sawtooth. This is now the piercing attack. Yeah, let's see what he is doing. It's using the drain. We get the spear through. Now I can use the Regis. Yeah. Lightning, but enemy will be dead already. Yeah. Alright. Your rest jar is at the base of the fountain. Your progress has been saved. We have got one more. Okay. 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 You picked up the stick. Hooray. That's also just a stick. Well, thanks a lot. Or was there anything else in there? Doesn't look like it. No. That's all. Okay, let's jump into the portal again. Some orc. Paladin of Thrumalda. So this is the whelp that wishes to shatter our peace. We'll see if you have power worthy of becoming a paladin. Okay, here's got a spare. Restore Aegis. Aegis. So we should probably have something which is just not doing any damage at all to counter the Aegis, which I think the buckler will do. Actually, we can just use the Aegis ourselves. But this will then not be finished when we see that they are using the Aegis. So we need the shield because that's quicker to react. Okay. Yeah, let's try that. Sawtooth. Well, yeah, that was not good. Aegis, Aegis. Spear is going through. But it's hurting ourselves with the Aegis. Aegis, Aegis. Yeah, we are dead already, so... That was nothing. Okay, retry. Let's use the shield first. Yeah. So now we can see that the first attack is the spear. And we can use the Aegis to reflect a lot of that. Healing. Spear. Restore 10 hit points. It's quite a bit. Spear. And we use the Aegis. Another restore. Spear. Aegis. But we are running out of hit points at some point. Aegis. Spear. Yeah, I mean we did it, but if we have to kill the other enemy after that is a problem. Okay. Yeah. Resolve. You have clearly demonstrated your abilities. If you turn back, Thrumalda will induct you into our order as a paladin. Please, it's not too late to change your path. No way. You have clearly demonstrated your... Okay. No. Oh, no. Casting aside the words of Thrumalda's loyal followers, you cast aside the wards into the outside world. Life outside may be just as dangerous as it was 1000 years ago, but Dwarven society has only gotten stronger. Still, you don't know how strong metal is until you test it. Thoughts of the future of your cities ruminate in your mind as you continue along the increasingly well-lit cave pathways. The bright constancy of the light, unnatural in contrast to that of the only light sources that you've known, torches and fungi. As you step into the sunlight for the first time, all thoughts of your fellow people slip out of your mind. Every single thing you see is new, and you're overwhelmed. This is what you wanted. You can feel Helvanna's divine will imbuing you with a paladin power. You step out into the open, the blue ceiling unimaginably high, and wonder, what is next? Alright, that was quite cool. And we can also now test the other ending, I guess. Yeah. But I can also talk a bit about the, or basically conclude everything now. So, what's the best option for doing that? Yeah, I think that's fine here. So, regarding the perspective, I think it looks a bit glitchy, like on the tile we are standing on. That always looks a bit... It's not as bad here. I think on the tutorial where we had, I think, some other tiles, it was looking worse. The tile we are standing on is a bit glitchy, but it's more like a graphical thing, not from the perspective. The perspective itself is, I think, perfect. We can see to the left and right. We have a perfect overview. We know where we are. The controls are also very good. We have, actually the game is queuing up controls. So if we move forward and right, then it's also executing these commands, so nothing is lost. Maybe I think what I would prefer, but this is more like a small thing, is that the stopping and the starting, this transition would be a bit smoother. It takes quite a long time to stop and then to start again. So if that was a little bit shorter, that I think would feel better, especially if you're doing these forward movements. So you can also hold the button to continuously move forward or to spin around if you want to do that for any reason. So yeah, so it works perfectly fine. It's just like a little thing which could, I think, look a bit nicer. So perspective and movements are absolutely great. The graphics, obviously, I mean, it's an own style, but I think everything fits together. You have this, if you look closely at the floor, you can see that there is some shader applied on the, or maybe that's not even a shader, a mask or something, which is like splitting these pixels, or these are not really pixels, these chunks of one color into different subsections, so that this, for example, is now split into like 6 pixels. So I think that's a way to merge everything together so that it looks like everything is basically one. There were a couple of things, like you can see that this here is just a stretched version of this button background. So I would say the graphics are great. There's just like a little bit of polish here and there, and maybe better textures if that was a commercial product. So in terms of the gem circumstances, I would say it's great. Just in case this was made into a commercial game, there are of course a couple of things which I think could be improved here. It's also great to have the minimap. I liked all the like little texts and the story in the game, and this glory to whatever or hail something at the end of every sentence. Bit indoctrinating, very nice. So yeah, the fluff in the game, the story was great. The combat was fantastic. So yeah, one of the most engaging combat systems and most tactical combat systems I've seen in the jam so far. So that's also really well done. And regarding the duality, I mean, this is basically down to the very last thing, right? With the decision what you want to do. So I would say, yes, it's a good implementation, but it's maybe not the perfect one. So some games have a stronger, have the game designed around the theme more strongly. So I would say it's a great implementation, but not the greatest of them all. So let's just see how the other ending is now. And regarding the sound, that's also perfect. No complaints there. Let's actually need to talk to this guy, right? You have chosen. Okay, okay, okay. Let's go to the other direction. You worshippers of Helvanna, is always about you, with no regard for anyone else. Our unity makes us stronger. No, this doesn't seem to work. Yeah, at this point I just want to die. Thank you. That didn't work. If you turn back, Trumalda will induct you into your order as Paladin. But we cannot turn back. Maybe we need to kill this guy again, but this makes no sense to me. That's a drain now, so let's use the spear and the shield to reflect the drain completely. This one will pierce through, so we would need to do more damage than we can now. Yeah, if we had the dagger now, we could do that, but this is not going to work. There's the drain. Here. And... I guess Sawtooth. Okay. This is also piercing. Yeah, all these little heals, he's still getting hit by the Sawtooth. So if we hit him again with that thing, he's dead. Huh. So how can I initiate this other ending now? Resolve. If you turn back, but we can't turn back apparently, so I don't see that there is a choice. Let me check the comments. Alright, so I found the other ending. We actually need to go back and kill all the, well, the one guy you saw, and then the other guy in the level after that we need to kill as well, which is a bit weird, but
Yeah, so we killed them again and then we joined them. So anyways, after braving the trials and tribulations of Thrumalda Sanctuary, you've turned away from your previous goddess designs. As promised, you are introduced in the ranks of Thrumalda's paladins, and soon you're acting as her instrument, protecting the people of Fjellheim wherever they need help. While the outside world undoubtedly holds great wonders, it too must hold great perils. And who are you to make that choice for everyone? You had become so fixated on the goal of leaving Fjellheim that you hadn't really seen the beauty of what lay inside. The crystal caves of Krystalgruva and the colossal falls of the Mjoldrifnir River surely rival any great wonders that lie outside the aegis of Thrumalda. In the end, you find it isn't the sights that sates your desire for novelty, but instead the bonds you forge with your fellow paladins, not just those worshipping Thrumalda, but those of Helvanna as well. Well, we killed a fair bunch of them. So, alright. Yeah, as mentioned, a great game overall. Really enjoyed that entry and especially the combat. And if you want to check it out, you can find a link down in the video description. Sanctuary's Grasp by Kevin Hutchins. And if you're interested in seeing more videos about the gem, you can of course also check the playlist with all the entries I did so far. And you can subscribe to the channel to not miss any future videos. And with that, thank you for watching and hope to see you again next time. Bye bye.